Hey guys, this is Evil Gladiator once again with another video on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Today, this is a very interesting topic and I think all of you guys will be very excited about it. So if you guys saw the new gameplay footage from Ubisoft Forward event, we got to see Eivor fighting against two daughters of Herion. So the names of these daughters were Cordelia and Regan. Both of these daughters had special abilities. They drugged Eivor before getting into a mystical land and had a mystical fight with Eivor. So I think this is very interesting and I looked into it and found a very interesting things that I am sure you will be enjoying. So click a like and subscribe to the channel for more like this. And are you guys excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Please let me know in the comments. I will be replying to you. Okay, let's get into it. So firstly, we are going to look at the Lear's history. So Lear was a legendary king of Britain, which we got to see the story of Lear was from a guy named Geoffrey of Monmouth. He published the story of Lear in his book of 12th century, The History of Kings of England. So from that knowledge of the book, we know that Lear's reign was somewhere in between 8th century BC. AD. So we know exactly that's when the Assassin's Creed Valhalla game takes place. Also, you must have heard this version of the story in the King Lear play from the great Shakespeare. So Shakespeare's version is a very tragic take on this tale. We will get to that later in the video, so stay tuned. So Lear got to inherit his country after the death of his father, who apparently died from trying to fly with the artificial wings. So I think that's pretty funny for a 8th century death. So Lear also ruled Great Britain for over 60 years. That's a fucking lot of time to be ruling. And the story of Lear's rule and their interaction with the daughters are absolutely interesting. And we will get into that now. So Lear was considered to be the end of the Brutus' male descendants, since Lear fathered 3 daughters. Their names were Goneril, Regan and Cordelia. So when he divided the kingdom, Goneril and Regan flattered the king, but Cordelia refused to flatter the king, saying that there was no need for reassurance of her love for her father. But King Lear did not take this lightly and did not give her land to rule. So the king Agrippus of France courted and married Cordelia, even though her father refused to give dowry for Cordelia. Lear gave half his kingdom to Regan and Goneril, but his own son-in-laws decided to rebel against him and take the entire country for their own. And they kept King Lear in prison under their control. And when he got the chance, he who was afraid for his own life from his own daughters, he ran away to France. From there, he sent a messenger to find Cordelia. When Cordelia found about her father, she took him in, gave him food, clothes, and took absolutely good care of him. And with the help of her husband, Lear, Cordelia, and the troops from the France took over the kingdom back from the evil dynasty of Cordelia and Regan. So Lear ruled 3 years before dying, and Cordelia continued to rule for 5 years after that. She has a very tragic ending in real life, because after her 5 years of ruling, the goneril and Regan's sons came of age, and they decided that a woman ruling their country is not a good idea. So they rebelled against Cordelia, and Cordelia was imprisoned by her own nephew. She, filled with grief, committed suicide in the prison. So that is the end for Cordelia. So this is the actual history of King Lear and his 3 doctors. So in the game we know he's called Lerion, and it is just the same thing. And also in the play of Shakespeare, if anybody has read it, you will know this has a very tragic ending in the play, because in the play the Cordelia and her father could never take back the kingdom, and they get imprisoned, trapped, and they get killed. They die in that. So it has a even darker ending, but the play is very good. If you can check it out, just watch a summary of anything in the YouTube. It's very interesting. And also in the game we can see this is not entirely the storyline that they are going with. I am 100% sure about that. In the gameplay footage that we saw, we see that after the dying, Regan and Cordelia says pretty much the same thing. They say that they've been serving their father for the whole life, and they will be serving him eternally. I think that's very interesting. I think in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla universe, the Regan and Cordelia are very loving daughters of the King Lear. And what I heard from the dialogues that appear before the fight and after the fight, and what I put together after doing some my own research, I think that King Lear in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla universe was killed off in a unjust way, and these sisters are looking for to create a memory for it. They want the people to remember the king that he once was, and it hurts them to see that nobody is actually remembering it. And in the game they are actually using a special sort of drug to drug induce Eivor and put him and fight against him. And Ubisoft has confirmed that they will be exploring a whole story line in these fights, which we will get to see once the game releases. So I think this is a very interesting storyline and very interesting gameplay details that we got to see. So guys, if you just finished watching this video, I know that it's very interesting and I hope you guys liked it. And I will be posting more content on the more single player games. Currently I am just focusing on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I will be exploring more. So please subscribe to my channel and like my video, and put it in the comments how I can improve my channel, and any kind of suggestion will be appreciated. So please support my channel, and thank you for all your support.